hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 27, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
The 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Mayfield. 20. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Snell. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? And let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 4th down.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Trying to get it with Snell, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
The ball carrier.
Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
After 1, won 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Browns 7, Steelers nothing.
On second down, it's Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards, a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Snell on the shotgun handoff. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
By the Steelers.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
On first down, it's Samuels. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Snell. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Benny Snell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
For Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Joe Hayden on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Steven Nelson.
Mayfield with it once more. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. He's at the 30. Still going. And he will score.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
At the 47-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry.
Mayfield.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Yep. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shoot. Kill. Regular.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Sets up fourth down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give here to Snell. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. On the handoff, it's Samuels. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying to run forward with Snell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th down.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Aho. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 38.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Out, 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 out. Quick the edge. Go, go. Check 24, check 24. Up,
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Hunt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
6-yard line.
First down. It's Hunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniel McCullers able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with Samuels. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carrier for
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the 50, it's Rudolph. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Snell on 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall.
The play is a turnover on downs.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 17-yard line.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you never...
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch 98. Watch 98. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards. That for a chain mover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Today's final.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cleveland, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire